from a little town just outside of Wigan called Ashton, and I'm going to tell you a little story about Ashton. Now in Ashton there's this nature reserve called the Three Sisters. It's got lakes and fields, it's really beautiful. And I was there a little while ago, I was just going for a run. And as I walked into it, I noticed that in the far car park it was sort of half filled with cars, and in the next one along, the one I was walking into, there was just the one car right at the back of the car park. And it looked like there might have been some movement in this car. Well, that's a bit weird. It looked like there might have been like two big dogs or something in the back of this car. So I thought, I'll just have a look and make sure they're alright. So I was just having a look. I thought, it's a bit weird. So I was like, are they okay? Got a bit closer. I was like, oh, no, look like they're alright, look like they're having fun. And then I was like, oh, those dogs are getting frisky. I was just looking, it's not weird. And then I realised something, and I was like, oh shit, oh god, they are not dogs, doggers maybe. But it was traumatic. Still, it was good to see my dad again. Ideally not the best way to meet my stepmom, but yeah, she seems alright. You've probably noticed I am quite young. I'm 16. I think it's probably this age you get your first boyfriend, your first girlfriend. And I'm the youngest of three, actually. And my mum always said that with my older sister, she could tell that she liked boys, and with my older brother, she could tell he liked girls. But with me, she was never really sure. So, which is fine, you know, she's my mum. She asked, and that's fine. She's entitled to know. It's just, there's a time and a place, isn't there? But anyway, there we were. In Sainsbury's, dairy aisle, and we were just walking along, and completely out of the blue, out of nowhere, she was just like, so Pearl, are you a lesbian? And I was like, Mum, we're in Sainsbury's, I don't know, what do you say to that? I went with, no mother, I like cock. She never brought it up again. As I said, I am 16, and I just turned 16 recently, and about a month before my birthday I was talking to my mum about the age of consent, and I said to her, so what is the age of consent? She said, it's 16. I said, what? So when you're 16 you could just have sex with anyone you wanted? She said, yeah, you could have sex with an 80-year-old man if you wanted. I went, oh? Only a month to go. I don't want to have sex with an 80-year-old man. It's weird.
Free country.
Let's change the subject, shall we? Let's come and talk to someone. What about you with the big smiley face and the jumper? What's your name?
Tom.
Tom. What do you do?
I work for the BBC.
Oh, okay. Cool. I don't have any jokes about that.
No.
So I'm gonna pretend you said builder.
Yeah.
In fact, let's do it again. I'm gonna ask you what you do. You just say, I'm a builder. So, Tom, what do you do?
I'm a builder at the BBC.
Okay. Don't have any jokes about that. I do, however, have some work that needs doing on the kitchen. So, if you've got like a business card I could have, yeah. Yeah. You said yeah. You're supposed to say no, and that way it's funnier. You ruined the joke, but it's all right. You crafty bastard. It's okay. Don't worry. Learning curve. It's fine. But I'm an auntie. Thanks, Tom. I'm an auntie as well, and I think it's great being an auntie so young because my niece thinks that I'm an adult, which is dangerous, really. But she's 5, and she's at that age where she is sort of testing boundaries, and she will occasionally have like a full-blown paddy. And I was babysitting her a little while ago, and she had one of these massive paddies, and I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. I looked in the cupboard trying to find something to give her to calm her down. So I gave her gin. It backfired though. Turns out she's nasty drunk. The crack pipe, however, worked a treat. You have a poem. Would you like a poem?
Yeah!
Okay. This poem is called Tom. So, Tom, I feel like a different person since you walked through that door. I feel more wholesome and grounded than I ever have before. Tom, I feel like we've been on a journey, a pilgrimage, if you will. We've carried our metaphorical rucksacks further than these losers ever will. The way I see it, Tom, we've exceeded A to B. We don't need a medal or a trophy to mark what we've achieved. We've had our ups and downs, and our relationship's been put to the test. But we've formed a bond that's incredibly rare. This is friendship at its best. Tom, look at you there with your dazzling eyes.
Blue.
Yeah. I can tell you care for me. This comes as no surprise. Have you ever been to Southport, Tom, and run across the sand? This is how I imagine it would feel just to take your hand. Tom, of all the comedy clubs in all the towns in all the world, you walk into this one. This poem's almost over, but I'm not sad as such, because this is the beginning, not the end. So Tom, let's stay in touch. Thank you. That's new. As I said, I am 16, so I'm still at school. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up now. It's alright, we're good. It's fine. But yeah, I am at school. And I think school is the time you find the friends you'll stick with till you leave school. I've found that I fit in with the kind of creative ones, the musical ones and the arty ones. I like art. Except for abstract art, that's not for me. Abstract art is, in my opinion, just an excuse not to tidy your bedroom, isn't it? It's art, I think it's just a mouldy pot noodle. But I do also like music, and I think I like a lot of music that your average teenager probably doesn't. Like, I love Leonard Cohen, and he is quite an old man, and I think I can appreciate him as a musician on like a number of levels. Like, I think we'd get on, we could sit and chat, reminisce about the war, him World War II, me Call of Duty 1. But he is quite an old man, and he tends to get like a bit frisky in his music, and it's quite funny, I find. And, but sometimes I think he can take it a little bit too far. Like, just crosses a line somewhat. Like, in one of his songs he's got called The Future, I think he just, like, takes it a bit too far. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the words of the song. You see if you can determine when I think he just crosses a line. So there he is, on stage. He's like, give me absolute control of every single living soul. Lie beside me, baby. That's an order. He's loving it. The crowd are going wild. And then he comes out with, give me crack and anal sex. Whoa, granddad, calm down. Oh, not good. But as I said, I do think I can sort of appreciate him as a musician on a number of levels. And one of those levels is, well, he's 80 next year. Thank you very much.
Yay!